Andrews.
What's up, Zahier, my man? Shout out to the Zahier World, Big 500, man. Road to 1K, man. We need 6 months in this shit, man. So everybody go to Zahier World, Zahier Meets World, man. How you feeling, bro?
I feel good. I'm happy for all the interaction that I'm getting from these videos. I appreciate all the love, and I just really appreciate y'all to keep running up for me, you know what I'm saying? Daily content, daily videos every day. So just build it up and wishing you will receive, you know?
And for all the fans and all the supporters, man, due to y'all showing love that costs nothing, due to y'all turning on post notifications, comment, leaving likes, man. What's the second news we got, bro?
Y'all hear about the Melly situation? The mistrial?
Yeah.
Yep, apparently he got missed the case. They couldn't come up, the jurors couldn't come up with a decision, so the judge just mistrial the whole thing. So now people are skeptical, is he gonna be released now, or they gonna start up a new case? And I feel like, honestly, you ain't hear shit about him being released, so they probably gonna start up a new case.
I feel like it's gonna be a new case, and plus it's not looking bad on, but his mom, they said his mom leaked on social media that, about 4 jurors said not guilty.
He's not the only celebrity, superstar, artist, or somebody with buzz and clout that has been to court and had a mistrial knowing they was guilty, or have done things where it was like, oh nah, they going to jail.
A lot of people saying that he paid off some of them.
Probably did. And I'm not comparing Melly to these people.
Allegedly.
I'm not comparing Melly to these people, but when you look at like the R. Kelly situation, the Jeffrey Einstein situation, these motherfuckers have so much bread and power that they could go to court, be acquitted, go to court, not guilty, go to court, do 30 days in jail, 2 weeks with an ankle monitor. This nigga Jeffrey went to fucking jail and was leaving the jail every day for like 12 hours to go to hotels, be with bitch. I'm like, yo, it's like when you got that. Yeah, like, so when I see this Melly shit, he's not the first person that was like, oh yeah, they gonna fry him. Mistrial. No, it is a difference, but it's the fact that he's not the only celebrity that was supposed to get caught and it end up being mistrial, not enough evidence. If it don't fit, it must have quit. But everybody
into it, okay.
No, I'm just saying, bro, these niggas, look at T.I. It don't matter what the situation is. These niggas is doing a year or less. Kodak, parted from Trump. Lil Wayne, parted from Trump.
And plus, you gotta think about the people that's getting these special treatments. It's not just because they got money. It's because they have a lot of influence. And plus, look at Melly. Melly, when you see this nigga smile in court, now, what strikes you when you see that nigga smile in court and he just grinning? Diamond teeth, well, you know what I'm saying?
That's the definition of a menace/lunatic.
A damn demon. So if you have a demon and you see him,
how the trial was gonna go.
It don't fucking matter. They're gonna make sure he gets outside to spread more of his message outside. That's what they want these kids to move. That's the kind of direction they want them to go in. So that's like if King Von was still around. If King Von was still alive, I wholeheartedly fucking believe they'd fight to get him out. Not off of the fact of he got enough money to get out, but off of the fact of how much influence and how much of a message he's pushing. Nigga, look at Pooh Shiesty. This man shot a nigga, the videos.
We talking about, we going off the paperwork and what's been put out, not no fucking
not no skeptical shit. His whole videos out there.
Not pushing no
The
narrative.
nigga was in a clear drug deal and shot a nigga on camera.
And you know who else is worse than that? K-File. Like, you think you gonna be in that designer with the shiesty, like, bro, your clothes look way too nice for you to look regular. Like, we know that's you in the Montclair designer jewel.
I don't know about how much time he doing, but Pooh Shiesty only doing 5. If you really look at it, 5 years is not a bad sense.
5 years is not a bad sense, but shout out to Gilly and Wallow, $1 million worth of game. They did the off the record with Act. Shout out to Act 2. They already said, we talked to Pooh in jail. He was like, damn. You're like, wow, Gil, y'all niggas was right, man. Ever since I've been in jail, niggas act like they don't know me, like they act like they don't know what's up for real. And they don't.
Especially in regular population.
But I'm saying they're gonna forget about you.
Yes.
Be real, they forgot about Casanova.
They can think about it.
They forget, I ain't saying they forgetting about Casanova, but they forgetting about niggas.
20 years. He's going to be gone for a long time.
But that nigga was out here on big gorilla shit getting love.
He got hit with a RICO case, and you got to think this nigga was a criminal, a hard-earned criminal before the music shit. So he has charges built up against him. He even said in his songs, "If I get hit one more time, they ain't letting me out." He knew what it was. But with Pooh Shiesty, 5 years. He already got niggas still rocking shiesty masks in the summertime.
But why is certain artists,
that's
how do certain artists have a buzz and they get forgot about, but certain artists have a buzz and them niggas could be in jail for 10, 15, 20 years and niggas still gonna keep their name alive?
Plus, we can't even talk about Casanova and the Pooh Shiesty because Casanova's really still popping only in New York. He ain't not popping on a global scale. Pooh Shiesty is popping on a global scale.
But look at a nigga like Max B. Niggas is still out here saying free Max B, showing him love way more than niggas that probably don't like a YFN Lucci. Niggas ain't keeping Lucci name alive. Niggas not keeping I'm gonna be real, other than the Thanksgiving John Fetty did, ain't nobody out here like constantly pushing, like, you know, keeping Fetty name act like they not. I'm saying, why do certain
artists been up though?
But why do certain artists get love and certain artists just fade away?
It all depends on who's more recent. Fetty Wap isn't a recent artist. He was popping in 2015 and he went down around 2017. He's not a recent artist. Pooh Shiesty is a more recent artist. YFN Lucci been out since fucking 2016, 2017.
I know we discussed this. I know we discussed this part before, but just both of y'all just give me a quick input on it. Just chime in. Why is it that Bobby name gets smutted out? Is it because of the dancing and the acting and the antics?
He ain't put out no hits after he got out of jail except for that one.
But what the fuck does that got to do with him being a real stand-up dude? Y'all smut out the nigga.
That's street code, not money code.
But I'm saying, yo, they smut out niggas. They smut out niggas' names for telling.
At the end of the day, they salute Bobby. They just don't fuck with his music.
Nah, bro. Niggas be hating on Bobby.
I don't see no niggas hating. I seen niggas call him zesty. I seen niggas call him a little fruity. Whoa, we see what he was up to while he was in jail. But at the end of the day, they still fuck with that whole story, him keeping it solid for 7 years and shit to let Brownie shit be out. So people still salute him for that. But now that he's out, the generation has changed. Everything is not the same no more. His type of music is not that wave no more. So people still fuck with him, but people just don't fuck with his music.
That's all it is.
But I feel like they really be.
The anticipation for him was high as hell for him to come out and be the man and shit again. But in reality, that just wasn't the fucking case. Times have changed. People don't understand. Music and eras change.
So do you think Boosie's still putting out good music?
Hell no, but everybody still fuck with him.
You just proved my point. If he's not putting out good music, why the fuck everybody, they say, oh, we respect Boosie, he a real stand-up dude.
Nigga,
you just said they don't fuck with the music.
I know.
So if they don't fuck with the music.
But think about it. I'll shut this down real quick. I'll shut this down real quick.
I got you.
Go for it.
They equated this man to Jay-Z in the South.
Correct. I saw that. He said he come down to the South.
To the down
Nobody's
South
putting Jay over
and when I lived down South, when I lived in Georgia for that year, motherfuckers really was bumping Boosie music, watching his videos. Oh, that nigga the shit, man. Like, all of that shit down here.
These niggas I heard out say Jeezy and his run, he better than Lil Wayne. If you go down south, let them tell you.
They're more of an influence for them. That's their influence.
Right.
So they fuck with niggas on the East Coast. Of course we idolize Jay-Z because that's the ultimate hustler right there.
Yes.
He turned street money into a fucking corporate business.
He's what we had after Biggie.
Yeah. Yes. So that's our idol. So that's their idol. So Boosie don't even gotta put out no real good shit. The last hit song I know he put out was that shit with the baby, and that was more like a street hit than an actual Billboard hit.
So do the East Coast have, like, is there somebody that Jay-Z can or has passed the mantle to carry on that legacy to represent East Coast or anything like that? Because now I'm sitting there thinking about it, I can't think of nobody.
No.
I feel like, and y'all can call me crazy. Don't kill me in the comments. It could have been possible. Just follow me. It could have been possible that Pop Smoke could have had that 5. He could have had that 5 to 10 year run where everything was smacking 3-4 straight platinum diamond albums, and this it sound wild, but fuck it, I'ma say it. He could have been that nigga that ran the East Coast. It sound wild, but he was fucking what, 20, 21 years old?
20 years old.
Yup.
He'd have been 23, 24 because his birthday just passed.
It's still popping, so he could have still easily been what Fabio is right now. The niggas for a feature on a drill song is what Pop Smoke could have been. He could have been the gatekeeper of this drill shit.
And you could tell me if I'm wrong. Motherfuckers was looking at Fabio like, nigga, you ain't nothing compared to Pop. Right. Tell me, I'm not saying Fabio ain't had no buzz. I know he did.
Yeah.
But when Pop was here, he was one of
the second one.
He was in Pop Smoke was in interviews and Fabio was in the background. Cool, like he was just one of the guys.
Yes.
Soon as Pop leave, now he's ultimate. No. Cause it's not like I can honestly say, oh yeah, he was one of them. So, man, I was listening to more of Chef G and Ross Swish and Ron Suno and Dusty on point like what's my man? This nigga
OP.
Oh, he on point like OP, I think. Shout out to y'all niggas, but. Man, Fabio wasn't even top 5. Not at that time.
A lot of niggas was bumping his shit before I moved.
Niggas was bumping Jay Critch and Don Q in them. I'm talking about Pop was
like you
around.
said, that was 2020 though.
That's what I'm talking about that era. Yeah.
Down there, so people was still
and
bumping.
Boogie still was in his run. He started dying down a little bit, but he still was.
Dave East was around, but it's like around that time niggas was acknowledging his music, but
I said A Boogie, but him too.
Oh, I thought you said Hey Boogie. I mean Dave East.
Nah, Dave East was, but he was more like 6 through 10.
Because he was big at some point. He was big around 2018.
Top 5 big?
Because a lot of niggas was still on that lyrical wave.
2018,
Before 2020, basically.
I had to give an overall outlook from being from New York and being in them areas in the city. Who you think is the 3 artists right now that's keeping the whole New York drill thing, you know what I mean, still afloat? And for the comment section, for everybody listening, we're excluding lyrical niggas. We're not including niggas like Fab and Jadakiss. We ain't talking about all the time. We talking about now
drill.
In this new era.
This wave.
Like anybody that's pretty much like 5 year age, like 32 or under. Like what's the 3 artists in New York you feel?
Alright, let me clear up one thing real quick.
Got you.
I'm from Patterson, New Jersey. Cause you had said with you being from New York.
Yeah, that was my fault.
Nah, you good. Because it's damn near like the same. Yeah. Because in the sense of the bridge is only the George Washington Bridge is only 15 minutes up the road. So.
Because if you out there,
I was out there. Yeah, I was out there like it was my second home. Cause it was easy.
Out there.
You're not dumb for saying I'm from there or I was around.
Cause it damn near felt like I was because I did live there for
you was in
a year.
New York is a city. Like of course you're not gonna have no crib or nothing. Cause everybody niggas don't even drive.
I stayed with niggas and shit. I stayed out there for like a year. I stayed with my mans. When I really wanted to get out of Jersey and shit, I stayed there for like a year. I was staying over in fucking Brooklyn.
But good clarification.
So, yeah. So it is like my second home, but over there in the music side, like you said, it's Dusty, it's Raw, it's fucking, it was K. Yeah. It was K but he in jail.
They saying he had a chance to really take over.
Been that one for the newer generation.
And he would've, he definitely been in the top 3.
Fabio was like the one for drill. For the niggas that's like 20s, 30s, you know, up.
That's why I feel bad for niggas like him.
The DT Osamas, the fucking what's the other one that be B-Love?
B-Love, yeah.
Fucking D-Thing?
Yeah, D-Thing. B-Love, D-Thing.
Yeah, all them little niggas, that's for the younger generation. Their drill is for the younger kids. You know what I'm saying? And now over there, all them kids is on that drill shit. All of them. So, I'm lucky, I'm happy as hell I don't live over there. Because all them niggas is really robbing motherfuckers. They really living they raps and doing the sturdy dances while they doing.
Speaking of living your raps, was Kodak living his raps with 6ix9ine?
Why we gotta go there?
Mind you,
Mr. It's Just Business, let's go.
I mean, it is business.
Mind you though, this is all promoted and constructed from the good brothers and family of Pyru, Pacoima, California, Whack 100.
Yeah.
He put the whole play together.
On
Pyro. Not pyro, P-I, no, pie that you eat raw. Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, based off the Whack 100 and Adam 22 show, he basically like told the story and said he pretty much just put the whole play together, gave a nigga, you know, like a meal and a half.
Yeah.
He showed up, did the little verse. I'm doing $1 million plays with these jits. I said, yo. And so I'm like, but we talked about it. Shout out to MJ Talk. We talked about it. Go check that out. He literally got about 2 to 3 mil and a new car to spit 12 bars and call a nigga a snitch. I ain't saying
in the car, put the baby seat in there and left.
but that's still selling out to the black community.
Even Boosie and Boosie
Said he'll do some wild shit for 30 mil.
Boosie said I can't fuck with him. He said I know the niggas in Florida, the whole Florida.
All the Zoes,
I feel bad for the Zoes.
Those minds.
That nigga let me down.
Is it not word? Is it just business?
Yes, it's just business. In my opinion, that was all just straight business. You offered me 30 mil and a car.
No, it was like 3-4 mil.
3-4 mil plus a car to dish you on your own song
bars.
and leave.
12 bars.
Like, come on.
His verse was like 20 seconds.
Like, come on. Like,
How you lose your bitch to a snitch? It's like, that's how you start. I'm making $1 million plays with these jits. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying I would do it. I get the more, like, the whole concept, like, you gotta have morals and not sell out.
I got rats giving me rats.
Exactly.
Like,
I got a rat giving me cheese.
I grew up in the street code, so I understand. Like I said in my video and shit when I addressed this shit.
Yeah, go check that out.
Go check that out. I understand the street code, but nowadays it's like what's gonna get me paid faster is the new street code for these little niggas.
So you're saying based off of what he did, street code wise he wrong, but Gen Z TikTok wave, good business.
Exactly. And it's like I can't. It's not like I don't have like look, listen.
Like if he did
it's
this
like I don't have one example
Like,
either. It's not just 6ix9ine.
Cause if he did this in 02, 01, violent, he'd been finished.
He would have been canceled. But he would have been canceled before canceled was a thing. The fact that you got 6ix9ines, you got gunners, you got niggas who ratted and doing good when they get out. Look at the street code. Now listen, I understood the street code. Keep your fucking mouth shut. Whatever you see, you don't say nothing to nobody.
Why didn't they smut Jay-Z name out when he was associating himself doing $1 million businesses with informants? They did not have the same energy for Jay-Z. Y'all can look it up. Like FT, I think his name FTB, do your homework.
But with him, I can explain that one. With him, you gotta understand how many hits he was dropping all at one time.
I know that. So
at
why
that
can't
time,
Kodak be a nigga that's just doing good business and getting this money? He ain't nobody ratting on his people.
And think about it,
as big as Jay-Z was.
I ain't comparing. I'm not comparing.
They didn't have social media. They didn't have social media to dissect shit.
But you contradicting yourself. You just said in 01, 02, if he would have did that, he'd have been fooled. Jay-Z was doing this in the prime of his career, doing, business, and then later they find out, oh nah, she was a confidential. She really was on paperwork. Nobody smutted his name out because it was money.
But we have to think about who Jay-Z was. At that time,
Correct.
he was the biggest artist, especially on this coast, of that time. Biggie had gone in 99 and 97, R.I.P. Big, but after that, Jay.
So you feel like he was putting on other artists. Even if he did wrong, he couldn't do no wrong.
The main thing I'm saying, Biggie died, there was nothing but a void. Jay-Z jumped and elevated to fill that void.
You really think it was I don't think it was a void. I just think Jay-Z was the more.
He was just that one. He was just the oldest one there.
He was the oldest
you
one there.
had I know he from New
You
York.
had Wu-Tang.
But be honest.
No, I said Meth is from New York.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Redman. I'm thinking of Redman
He from
Jersey.
Staten Island and Redman.
But you had Meth was, and niggas can say what they want. Meth had some bars. He definitely had a good 4 or 5 years where him and Redman was doing this shit.
Had bars.
You had Fab in them. You had the Locks. You had Nas. You had Nick. But Jay-Z just had the swag, the bars,
and it was easy to put him at the forefront and make him the face of the shit.
That's why I said he filled that void.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying he filled that void, because being the face is what literally Biggie was the face of East Coast. Let's be honest. He was. But after he was gone, there needed to be a new face.
And
Jay-Z took that role.
And plus he was different.
Yeah.
Biggie was the face off of straight talent alone.
Yes.
He wasn't that big of a businessman. This nigga Jay-Z is a artist. He already proved he could break records. This nigga has all his albums, 18 fucking albums, have all been number ones.
Yep.
So, and the fact that he's a good ass businessman at the same time.
He took them checks, flipped them, like in East Coast. He sent it in multiple ones of his bars and multiple albums.
Let me know if I'm tripping. Is it weird to say that 50 Cent stole New York for about 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fine, because
He was the young boy.
he was the
young boy at the
He was
time.
the villain, and he was going against everybody.
Like, I feel like
Jada Kiss.
Like I feel, cause I just watched the whole 4 or 5 hour documentary on YouTube. I can honestly say I think 50 had that shit from like 03 to 07.
Yes.
Yeah.
And by 08 when he dropped the Curtis Joint, and when he was doing that shit with Kanye, like, yeah, if he sell more than me, I'm gonna retire. That's when it started to just. And I fuck with you, 50. Don't think I don't pause. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. It was the same. It was the same way with T.I. Like, you just saw, like, yeah, the music ain't. You ain't global no more. Like, you're not Billboard no more. And 50 had a run where for 4 or 5 years straight he's selling out everywhere, 3 million here, 5 million everywhere.
Yeah, back then those were influential artists. You know what I'm saying? When Jay-Z was around, when 50 Cent was around, the fucking video game, the fucking shoes, the movie,
vitamin water,
everything.
liquor, yeah.
At that time, 2005, he ran that shit, and he dissed everybody, and was still progressing.
Right.
Yep.
Bitches fucked with him because he had that image.
Right.
Niggas fucked with him because they seeing how much money he getting.
Right.
So, and white people loved the fuck out of him, even had him on, you know what I'm saying? They referenced him in movies and shit. They would.
And that nigga was in like 40 movies. I didn't even know that nigga was in like that many movies.
Yeah.
Even if it was a quick little minute or two, he was everywhere.
He got into movies and then got into plugs with people that make movies.
So
they
had him on family cartoon. They had him on cartoons. If you a rapper saying the shit that he was saying, promoting gun violence and shit, and then I still fuck with 50, but promoting what he was promoting, and they were still having him on cartoons and shit.
And they
like
love the bulletproof vest and all
the
that.
bulletproof vest, do-rag.
Everybody in the country wearing beaters and tight ass tank tops.
Nigga, everybody wearing the G-Unit fucking tank tops and shit.
Let's be real. How many big name artists was on our main cartoon we talked about on multiple videos, Boondocks?
Right.
You got 50.
Lil Wayne.
And Usher.
Usher, right.
And Busta Rhymes and Snoop.
Busta Rhymes and Snoop.
So give an honest opinion. If I name these 4 or 5 artists just off the top of my head, if I said 50 Cent run, Lil Wayne run, Jeezy run, Ludacris run, when y'all hear that, who do y'all feel like had the most
influence or power?
Who had the most influence and power on their run? I think nobody run is stronger than Wayne run. That's just my personal opinion.
I feel like he had a little bit.
Mixtape Weezy. I'm talking this nigga was on.
He had the longest.
I'm talking about a nigga that was on
influence.
over 100 features in a year.
Most
influential.
He was
around, but he was a lot more influential. Damn,
this nigga said Lil Wayne.
Because around 2010 he was the man.
Lil Wayne was the greatest rapper alive in the middle of all these niggas run when Jay-Z was still in this. He said I'm the best rapper alive and ain't nobody questioning me.
I mean commercial success, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about commercial success. Yeah, commercial success I'm going with 50, but more music wise and shit, I would have to go with you.
So what about niggas that saying, oh nah, Jeezy was fucking.
I did my song with why I'm good, I'm retiring, I'm done.
Off to the sunset. Same what you said when niggas get that championship, alright, I'm at the big 3 now.
Yeah.
28.
Alright, to give y'all my opinion on that, I agree with you when it comes to the commercial wise, the business sense. I'm gonna give that to 50. Cause that nigga, I'm not gonna say he copied Jay-Z, but he studied and started to go the same route. Except instead of buying shit, he went more into television.
Yeah.
He went more into getting products. So he went money route.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Wayne, he was still going while 50 was getting the money route.
Yeah.
So Lil Wayne had time to take over. And he came from the South, he came from Louisiana, and really touched down east to west.
So with Kodak.
Yeah, so all in all, I got mad love for Wayne.
My top 2.
I got mad love for Wayne, but comparing him to like a 50 Cent, I know that Jay-Z shit, that's out the water.
Yeah.
You can't compare that nigga.
Nobody.
But 50 Cent, nah, because you gotta think, after they runs was over, who still had the long-term success afterwards?
Between
50.
who? Between who? 50 and Wayne?
Yeah. Power, BMF.
Yeah, if you, I ain't gonna lie,
Nigga.
if you compare,
FM.
if you compare the
Vodka.
career after they was on top, 50 Cent definitely probably was more successful after.
Shout out to 50 though. I fuck with FM.
Shout out to 50.
I fuck with FM Vodka, man.
I'm sorry, I gotta tell you
I
this.
fuck with it.
I'm a drinker, bro.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Bacardi right now. I'm drinking some Puerto Rican rum right now. But I'm a drinker. I'm sorry, 50. Like, whoever fucked up the recipe to your effing fucked it up. Cause the whatever fucking shit you was dropping in 2018, 2019, every bottle was garbage. I'm sorry.
Bro, they was saying
Hey,
black
you
men
don't
were
represent all of us. I fuck with FM, man.
It was a good joint. I like how you
If you
flipped
need
it back
somebody
in
to be on
2020.
power, let me the fuck know. I fuck with FM, man.
If you need somebody to drink some vitamin water,
I'm your man.
Yeah.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't equate like Wayne and 50 in the same ballpark. Off of the sense of you got he had Truck Fit, and yeah, he had YMCMB that had two major
that truck
artists
fit ain't
on
go, it ain't do
It ain't really do nothing.
G-Unit sneakers was doing
I
more
bought a Truck Fit shirt, but that was only like to show support to Wayne and shit.
That
But
probably cost the beat.
that was just some shit I put on when I played ball and shit. It wasn't really like, you know what I mean? But yeah,
That's something to put that shit on. Like,
yeah. 50, yeah, that's
like honestly,
that's
the thing that's going on now for Lil Wayne is like he got a skate team out, but like people still ain't putting much respect on the skating community anyway. So like, there's no disrespect to Lil Wayne. This ain't no disrespect. I'm just saying how the world looking at it.
No funny shit. That's really on some white boy shit. Either way, like nobody, no real black boys is really checking for no damn skateboarding. I mean, no offense, you know what I'm saying? I really was fucking with Tony Hawk growing up and
Hell
shit.
yeah, I played all the video games when I was a kid.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? But me personally, I'm not really checking for no skateboarding. But that's the same thing. I don't really check for like soccer and all that other shit.
Snowboarding, the top surfer is like come on, like the only thing I'm looking at is basketball, football. I'm sorry.
Hell, I barely fuck with baseball, but since that baseball is a celebrated sport over where I'm from,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's how the only reason I get into it a little bit, but I ain't really.
I'm not gonna lie.
And people only fuck with it because they bet all the time.
There's only a few sports that's global. Like you got basketball, global.
right.
Football is not global. Snowboarding, not global.
If you want that bag,
not global.
if you really want that bag,
Baseball,
you athletic,
global.
you gotta go to soccer because they are giving niggas $1 billion deals for 1 year.
Oh yeah.
So,
bro,
they just did a new joint where they increased like the budget the same way for NBA and shit.
I'm sorry.
So niggas can get $1 billion.
You start getting all the promotions.
You thought baseball was crazy. $1 billion for 1 year in soccer?
I'm sorry. I gotta correct you. I gotta correct you a little bit on the soccer tip. The reason that they paying that much money, all the Saudis bought all the soccer and blew it the fuck up higher. Like literally, they made their own soccer league, bought out the original soccer league, and changed the name and converted it into theirs. That's why these niggas getting billions, cause they got billions.
Before that, baseball was the wave. If you wanted to go get that check,
Yes.
Basketball, baseball, man, that nigga.
Yeah,
I think Mike Trout.
Soccer always been that.
Soccer's always been that.
Baseball is the most known one around.
Cause that nigga got like 300 mil for like a 10-year deal.
Nigga, look at Ronaldo.
Ain't Messi? Ain't nothing to do Messi? MESSI, yeah.
All these motherfuckers, soccer. They get paid stupid money because you gotta think, even if the Americans don't really watch that shit, you talk about the rest of the fucking world, nigga.
Bro.
From Jamaicans to Mexicans, from fucking Puerto Rican, whoever out there in the world is watching that shit.
Every country but America really fuck with it.
Exactly.
Like literally Canadians is out there practicing soccer in the snow.
Yeah.
Like come on. Like we're not even really get into
them global sports, them the ones you really get paid for, man.
Hell shit.
Yeah.
American shit is just some American shit. It's just a lot to us. Like if a nigga signed $100 million contract, $200 million, it sounds a lot to us.
Right.
But it's not really shit to the niggas outside of the country because they know more money is in other countries, in other fucking regions other than just one continent.
I got one for you. I'm gonna ask you this because, like, you with the street code, you about your business when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you this question. I'm gonna tell you a story about this one soccer player and how he flipped this. And I want to ask you, it was a gangster. He got a wife. He literally just signed a deal where he's getting 18 to 30 billion for a 5-year run.
Okay.
His wife divorced him the second he got that deal, trying to get half of his money.
Cause she didn't sign the prenuptial agreement.
Yes, and also, but here's the thing. Everything he signed to his mom.
So he ain't got shit. His mom got everything. You didn't marry the
So
back.
what's your take on that? What's your take on that? Come on, give me the side world.
He fucked with his mother.
He do.
He's not the only person that do that. A lot of people do that. That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That is gangster. Like, that's smart as hell. That's not even just gangster. That's even smart as hell.
Like, you wanna know why he was fucking with John? She was bad. I ain't gonna lie. I look at the videos and I see the posts and shit, and she reckless too. Because if he was an evil motherfucker with that much money, he really could have paid somebody. She could have been done up.
But why don't y'all look at it from the perspective of, why y'all look at it like the one thing that ain't gangster about it is you just gave your mom an enterprise worth 300 to 800 mil, and your mom been broke all her life.
That's why I said. That's why I first said. Does he fuck with her? Because if she was shiesty, she could have did him like Doncic. I mean, the nigga from the Mavericks. Luka's mom.
But look, it hit different because Wayne even said, shout out to Wayne. He said in a recent interview he tried to give his first 2 checks that he got when he was like 10, 11
when he was top tier,
to give it, and gave the whole thing to his mom, and his mom said, I don't want it. You can put everything in her name because she that type of mom.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, because I know these
moms is like that. But
they not.
That's what I'm saying. That's the newer gen. We're talking about the older gen. I'm talking about the older gen moms. Oh no, they wouldn't touch your shit. They'll hold it for you, but they wouldn't touch it.
You talking like Waka Flocka? He talking like Waka Flocka and them, Lil Scrappy and them mom, like them ones that's gonna really hold it down. Nowadays, bro, I don't know. I'm not trusting a mom to do that.
I wouldn't feel like they're all the way shiesty. Like the generations of my mom's age and shit, I don't
40 and up
all the way trust. Now the ones that I ultimately know ain't gonna do no funny shit with my money is my grandmother.
Right.
I know for a fact she loved me more than any fucking thing. So even if I gave her, because I've done it before when I was making my money, you know what I'm saying, outside, I would give her like 500, a grand. You know,
and at the end,
she would. I would slip into her purse while she in the kitchen. Then when she come back out there, now she on a scooter. When she'll always check when she know I'm in the house, she'll check her bag and shit just to see if I put anything in there, cause she knew, you know what I mean. She check it, see it, and she would give me all the money back. Now I said, Grandma, come on, and I have to go through this every time. Why you come on? Just take the money. I know you need it, you know. From
my perspective, I'm looking at it like if she stays humble, she's going to be a millionaire regardless. You don't even gotta take the money.
Exactly.
If I put this business in your name and you know this business worth 200 mil, you know you're gonna get at least 10 mil of that just from being real.
That's what I'm saying.
So why steal it and take it when you can just be a millionaire for the rest of your life? You just want to get the quick bread now and be selfish. This nigga Luka had to take his fucking mom to court because she was trying to be like, I own his name and his logo that he got on. I own that.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
You would have, and I'm not being ignorant. You would have never got that money if it wasn't for your son playing in professional basketball leagues with grown men at 6. He's been a professional basketball player since he was 15, 16 years old.
That's how I destroying the players.
Bull not even 30. I think Bull like 20, our age, like 24 to like 25, 20. He's no older than 27. He's between 24 and 27.
He's been doing this shit for years.
12 years.
And he's still putting it in.
That's what I'm saying. That generation of mother.
Is
you can't trust them like that. It's that some niggas do got that mom where they real close with them. They know they ain't gonna be no funny shit.
I know it ain't about I know it ain't about the bread. But let's say throughout his entire life, up until the point where he started making millions. Let's say with diapers and all that, bringing them up through school, puberty, he want more games and shit like that. All right. Let's say in his first 14 to 16 years of his life, you spent $300,000 on him. if you're a typical parent in a typical household, you ain't out here, you can't say, oh man,
you're not out here penny bitch.
in 15, 16 years, I spent $1 million on you, Josh. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because most people out here making 40, 50,000. All you got to do is do that math. All right, 50,000, 15, 16 years. All right, 300, 350,000. We're talking about a nigga that's making millions. So you can't sit there and say, oh, you owe me for being there for you. He going to give you 5 times as much as you paid on him.
Mm-hmm.
And you still gonna take the money anyway.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta also think of what generations that these kind of mothers came from.
So for a nigga to give his mom $1 million in a year, she ain't even made $1 million on her life. How can they be that ungrateful? You didn't even make $1 million in 20 years of me living. I'm giving you $1 million a year, but now you feel like, oh, I build you up to be this person. So fuck the $1 million, fuck the $10 million job. I need the whole 250, the whole 250 mil.
You gotta think. Yeah, everything that you're saying is true. It's factual.
But I'm not living in reality.
But you're not.
Oh. You got the certain parents that'll do anything for their kids.
Certain mothers, yes, parents, but we talking about mothers.
Mothers,
right now.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So certain mothers came up in the family household where tradition and loving someone other than yourself, nurturing was actually a lifestyle. It was something. But then you got them ones that came up in bad circumstances, but to us, we think they should still love their child through whatever. But you gotta think some of those women prep their kids to go into certain fields.
And these parents you talking about, they
Just
sitting
to
on,
get them up
they
there.
sport.
Just to get them, like,
40,
bro, I have so many
45, bro.
cousins that got fucking prepped. Them little niggas, them niggas got prepped to play in sports, to be in the NFL or the NBA and shit. Some of them niggas make it through.
And these moms,
but then some of them
basically
don't.
what you saying, these moms is 42 to 47 years old.
A lot of them don't.
Comparing themselves to Bernice Burgos, to Raji P. Harris Henson. They got the joint off of Friends, the tall life. She out here even showing ass. So they out here comparing themselves to Lala Anthony and them like, damn, I gotta be this bad bitch at 45 and I'm going on 22.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta keep up. If Bernice Burgos out here going on 50 and she looking like she younger than 18-year-olds, I gotta keep up. I gotta go get this BBL even though I'm 38 and I'm risking myself because I'm a little older. So it's already a issue now. How many young 20-year-olds that when try to get surgery and they ain't make it?
Right.
You out here 40 trying to go under the knife because you trying to stay bad.
That's what I'm saying. That's like if Jada Pinkett and Will Smith weren't who they are to this day.
Mm-hmm.
If they were regular nobodies, they still got married though, but they had Jaden. Now with Jaden, it was the one that was bringing the money into the household. He's the real breadwinner.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Will
Steph,
had a 2-year run?
A year.
Mm.
nigga, that's what I'm saying.
A solid year though.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
say the
saying.
second year.
Now,
is
you wouldn't
the second year is
believe-
royalties.
You wouldn't believe that Jada, especially if Will wasn't there, if she was raising them single mother type shit, you really don't believe that if he had all that money that she wouldn't try to take none of it. Now she already smothered her own husband. Like it ain't shit. Now you telling me, and I'm not questioning no parent's love for their child. I'm not. I'm just using a hypothetical situation.
I feel like the example you trying to say is if a woman don't got that power in that bag, it's possible she would have finessed off of the $1 billion Tiger Woods type situation. But since they got the bag, they
don't need them. But if it was in reverse, if my kid is making more money than I've never seen a day in my life,
you're gonna feel entitled. Yeah, I know I only spent $500,000 on your job, but you're making $500 million. I need that. Damn. I need that for all the diapers I changed, the closure, the trauma, growing up, going broke, trying to get you in the... I did everything I could for you, Zah. I did everything I could for you, Mo, just to have the best life without pot.
And I know it's fucked up
now
to
you want to
say.
be compensated for millions for being a good parent?
I know it's fucked up to say, but that's like me saying, put it against my mother that she wouldn't try no shit like that with me. I know it's about a 50, a 40, fucking... a 40-30 nigga, it's a half a chance that she would try some shit like that if I made some bread.
Old, bro,
yeah.
At 26 years old, There is no adult.
I love my mother.
I'm gonna be real, but there's no adult in my family or no role model or no type of father figure or no type of anything like an OG. It ain't nobody that's in my circle, OG wise, not y'all. Like an older person that I could be like, all right, I trust putting this in.
60-40.
I don't trust putting this in your. I trust putting this business in your name. I trust putting this clothing line in your name so it can just help me maneuver. So in case I come across some shit like that with a chick, she ain't gonna take my bread. It ain't a OG or older individual I trust.
Honestly,
to get them a multi-million-dollar business.
For me, when it comes to percentages wise, and I'm gonna break it down to percentages. I'm not gonna small mom name out like that, but I'm gonna give her 50-50. My dad, I'm gonna give him 80-20. But
your first two checks the first one's $5 million, the second one $8 million. The first one they want 4 out of the 5, and the second one they want 6.5 out of 8.
I got one more.
I'm just being real. You doing that?
I got one more. I got one more on my percentages. Good.
You get your first two checks. First check $5 million, second check $8 million. Right. You get the first check, they want 4 out of 5. You give them the 4 out of 5. Whether it's just to your mom or your mommy, so they can get their crib, car, get their shit together. All right, cool. You get the second check like 2-3 weeks later on the back, and it's $8 million. They want 6.5 out of $8 million. Is that you holding your folks down, or is they a little bit too entitled?
They getting too entitled.
Are you doing it?
Here's my thing. Let me get to the third one. My third one. 90-10, and that's my father's mother. My father's in his 40s.
Right.
His brother just turned 50.
Right.
And my grandma still had them under her insurance when cousin he called to get it. So she got brand new knees right now. So when I said I can take care of her to the point where she can go ahead and take her trips whenever she wants. She ain't gonna touch it. She ain't really gonna touch what she not gonna use.
Right.
For real, she'll put it in savings and then not touch it. Knowing her. She'll take out, let's say, for 1 year expense.
So if you was in that scenario with her, you would do that. You would give her your first.
I would give her the first 4
out of the 5.
Let me say this.
No, listen to what you just said.
Yes, that first 4 out of 5. This is what I'm saying. I'll give her the first 4 out of the 5, and she will literally give me 3 back.
Okay.
Knowing her.
Are you doing 100%. That first part? It's for your family, your folks, like the one that's genuine, that really fuck with you.
That's what I'm saying.
You get $5 million, they like, yo, you give us 4, we'll be able to get like 3 cribs, we'll put like, 8 people in this joint, cause if they get a big crib, they can just move, like, it ain't like everybody need their own crib.
That's something that I thought about.
On some American gangster shit. You get the crib for everybody to live in.
That's what I thought about. Like, I always said in my head, if I was to make big money like that, like millions,
you cool giving the whole first check?
I would give my grandma a house, my grandparents a house.
100%.
But the fact that I know, like, I got an uncle and sister that still live with them, I know they gonna house them too. So that's why I thought about, I would get my grandma and my granddad like a big ass house and shit.
But one person, you take care of one
person. I wouldn't want them other niggas to live in there. I would want them to live in there.
But that was the point I was going to say. If you help her out, she can help everybody. I know, but you ain't got to worry about helping everybody.
That's something about my grandma.
That's how it goes.
This nigga get an 8-bedroom, 5-bathroom mansion. He can put 10 people in there. Everybody can eat. You just send them 10 racks a month for food, nourishment, and that'd be cool. I ain't saying give everybody.
But the way I felt about niggas, I would make sure my grandma had the big ass house first. But the fact is, even if I said fuck you to the rest, she would still make sure that they was housed. Like, you know what I'm saying? She let bums that were close to the family and shit stay in the living room and shit. And people were questioning, like, why would you do that, Top? Why would you let... She was like, I just come from that. So I just want to take care of it.
So let's stay on her being your loyal in your corner, and you having, you said your dad, mom?
Yes, my grandmother.
And that's the loyal one in y'all corner. Let's get to the second part. You gave her the 4 out of 5 the first one. Alright, cool. You get the 8 next. She wants 6.5. She wants 6.5. What y'all doing?
I can't say she'll say that.
That's what
I'm saying
like,
hypothetically.
Hypothetically, if
she not really gonna ask for it. But me, I would have to give it to
They're
her.
showing that Kai Cenat signed X, Y, and Z $1 million deal. DJ Academic signed X, Y, and D $1 million deal on Rumble. Gillian Wild just signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Barstool. Everybody know you got it. Everybody know you got it. There is no I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money. You got it. We see the contract. You know we seen this shit before.
Nigga, my grandmother didn't even have a cell phone when she passed, and she passed in 2018.
Everybody in the family is
They
gonna be,
do, but
is gonna
she herself don't pay attention. You know how many times
I'm not saying she pay attention. What if they come in the house? They like, yeah, Zahier just signed a new deal on YouTube.
That's what I'm saying. My people
word
tell
spread
her.
is everybody gonna tell grandma something.
Even
That's
if
what
she
I'm
not on social
saying.
media.
That's what I'm saying. She still hears about rumor and gossip and shit.
But she ain't looking
But
for
she
it.
don't really pay no attention from it, like to it. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all basically saying they might do the first one, but when it comes to the second time, you don't see them since they the good people in y'all corner. You don't see them coming to you wanting 6 out of 8 the second time.
No.
Like nigga, you know how many times my people came into the house and showed my grandmother pics of me posting bread on the gram and shit.
But you still was bringing her all, Paul. You still was giving her money on the.
Yeah, and a lot of times she wouldn't even take the money.
I'm still giving
a lot of times she wouldn't even take the money.
But if you wasn't doing that, she might. She probably still would have been caring. But you know what I'm trying to say. Maybe if you wasn't.
Saying that's since she probably thought that the money that I was making was dirty money, that she thought if I was making clean money and a lot of it that she would take it.
I'm not saying she would take it to spite you. I'm saying she would take it because she never seen it in her life. Most of these people, when they get a breath or a taste of some bread they never even thought of having, they just change and move different. We seen it plenty of times where motherfuckers have a good family, everybody support them, not everybody want that money because you just signed a $120 million deal. Now you got to cut your fam off, but you're fake now. You're not fake, you're just moving different.
We seen it, but let's be real. I ain't even making that kind of money now, and I'm already cutting family off.
But they're still asking you for money. You just answered your own question. You're not even making that generational wealth, and niggas still begging you for bread.
Yes,
not even if they know you got millions.
Guess what? They can know, but at the same time, I can just leave.
No, I know.
And I'm only gonna come back and take the ones that I know are solid with me. Cause I already know you'll move the same exact way. Like, motherfucker, I'm going to this such and such location that I just bought and paid for, and I'm taking 1, 2, and 3.
I just think I could collectively say for all of us, I know that we're going to have people looking to us for leadership once all this jumps off. Once God World go crazy, MJ Talk go crazy, 3 Truths go crazy, we're going to have people that's going to be looking at us like, yeah, like we see the money you getting, Zah. We see the money that you getting, and yeah, we need that. Even though we don't deserve it and we ain't talked to y'all or really been around y'all in years, we still feel entitled to that.
That's when it comes into a business conversation. This ain't family talk no more. This is business talk now.
Not even a business talk, because me, I'm the type of nigga. My people know motherfuckers ain't really gonna get shit from me unless I really
still gonna ask.
you. They still gonna ask.
They gonna ask all day.
Nigga, you know what I'm saying? I let niggas know that's close to me that claim